Hello, welcome back to the channel for another quick transfer update. It's been non-stop Watford news lately, which I have to say I do thoroughly enjoy. It's much better than having a quiet transfer window with no business going on. So 3 players to talk to you about today, including one departure, and that is where we will begin the video. Our Chilean defender Francisco Sierralta has finally completed his move to Auxerre in France. The fee is reported to be about 1.5 to 2 million pounds. Considering Sierralta had just over a year or so left on his contract, I believe that fee is fantastic for Watford, and hopefully once again, along with this imminent sale of Udinese, it should hopefully allow us to retain some of our key assets. So Sierralta, for me, I've mentioned before, I think his time at Watford was coming to an end. Of course, he has his qualities, especially when you're defending deep. There's lots of set pieces coming in. His aerial ability, isn't to be questioned at all. I think that's his best attribute. What he did struggle with, though, was playing out from the back. If Watford ever played a significantly high line, he wasn't blessed with a huge amount of pace, so he did struggle, in that regard. But I think this move for Francisco allows him to obviously play football consistently now at club level in a decent league in France, and also hopefully maintain his place in the Chilean national team as well, because he does play consistent football for them too during international periods. So for Francisco, of course, personally, I'm always sad to see a long, club servant leave the club. He seems like a lovely guy, put out a really nice video message actually on his social media pages, a letter to the fans as well, which is always appreciated. So yeah, a shame to see a good character go, but also, I think it's right Watford look to move him on and improve in that defensive area. So all the best to Francisco Sierralta. Okay, shall we talk about the big news? And I have to say, by the time I put this video out on YouTube, it could well have already been confirmed by Watford themselves. But Caleb Wiley and James Abankwah are both set to rejoin the club. One on a loan deal, the other on a potential permanent deal, which I'll touch on in just a moment. Do not worry. We'll start with Caleb Wiley, the Chelsea loanee. Of course, as you remember, he initially joined the club in the January transfer window alongside Abankwah and Selvik. Those were our 3 winter additions. Unfortunately for Caleb, his Watford career got off to quite a slow start. Watford signed him initially whilst he was injured, which, of course, as fans, we rightly questioned at the time, why are we signing an injured player? We were pushing for the playoffs at the time, of course, when January come around, and we wanted to really, bolster the squad, and to sign an injured player, of course, was very odd. But actually, when Caleb did come into the team in that left-back spot, it was clear for everyone to see he was a vast improvement on Yassir Larouchi, and you could tell straight away he had the quality of a Premier League loan, a Chelsea loan. And for Watford to now reportedly secure its signature for another season, for me, is fantastic business. So that's coming from Luca Bendoni, who works for Sky Sports and Demarcio. Luca has also confirmed that James Abankwah will be rejoining Watford this summer, although he didn't specify if that was going to be on a permanent transfer or a loan deal. Now, I know the Watford Observer have hinted at the fact that Abankwah could be joining on a permanent transfer, and my understanding is that is very much correct, and he will be signing apparently on a 5-year contract is what I've heard. So fantastic news in regards to them 2 additions. Abankwah, for me, has the potential to be a superstar in defence, and for Watford to secure his signature on a permanent deal obviously is good for the short term because he's a fantastic player, but also long term, when you look at Watford's assets and potential resale value, Abankwah could potentially be sold for tens of millions of pounds in the future if he develops at the rate we want him to. So from that perspective, Watford have done fantastic business. So let me know your thoughts on these 2 deals in the comments section down below. And as I mentioned earlier, I also wish Francisco Sierralta all the best for his future endeavours. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.